Now, to say that I've tested out a few utility knives over the years would be an understatement. So when you guys suggested that I get my hands on the Kizer Bear series of utility knives, I was very intrigued to see how it stacks up to some tried and true favorites. And as soon as I started using it, I could see right away why so many of you connect with this design. But I always do my best to try and thoroughly test the gear here on the channel. And let's just say I'm discovering two big issues. Oh no! No, 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 no. Oh, suck fest, dude. Why did that happen? And so we're gonna dive into the good, the bad, and the ugly on this Kizer UTI, what? There's gotta be a better acronym than that, Bear 2 utility knife. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm Aaron, this is Gideonstactical. Let's dive in. So we're gonna kick things off with the good, and this being the Bear Model 2 tool-less version, meaning you don't need a tool to swap out blades. That's the whole point of a utility knife, so that's why I absolutely went with this version. You can get a version that has two, count them, two Torx screws that you're gonna need to back off to replace the blade. To me, that is a total non-starter. I don't want to have a secondary tool to swap out blades. That's why you carry these. So I obviously opted for the tool-less version. And even since having bought this like 3 weeks ago, they've come out with some like update where this little tab right here or something is red or orange. So I don't know if they just started coloring it, if there's something different there. With that said, what's great is the fact that they have micarta or G10 handles. I opted for a green G10, and it is a 4-finger grip without having to use the choil. I can get all 4 fingers on there and really get a lot of leverage. All the shoulders are really rounded, and with a utility knife, you're gonna be putting lots of pressure on the tool potentially. It really locks me in and doesn't create any hot spots. So that's a very good thing, but it still has enough of a choil right there that I can absolutely choke up and get extra control and put a lot of power right over the blade with that jimping on the back spine. Oh yeah, dude. Dude. Let's go. Man, oh. Okay, this is the other really good thing that they did with this, is that this is, I mean, you're still gonna bog down, you're still gonna catch, it's just the way any of these blades are. So it's a trade-off giving you all this extra space. I mean, on one hand, you're like, yeah, I get all this extra cutting power. Only really in cordage. If you're doing cardboard, like a push cut like you just saw, you're still gonna be hitting these shoulders, but these shoulders are pretty narrow. Probably the most narrow I've ever seen. And so the bogging down is not, yeah, almost non-existent. It's still there, but it's way less than anything we've really seen before. So ergonomically, really well done. Add to that they put these two little cool tools in the back. You get a metal pair of tweezers and a metal toothpick. It's just interesting, a little kind of fun flair there, and who knows, you might need that from time to time. The pocket clip is recessed screws, deep ride loop over. It's ambi, or you can just take it off if you want to. Has ambidextrous thumb studs on either side, and it's using their clutch lock, their term for a crossbar lock. Functions absolutely fine, and if you take the scales off, there's actually tension holes, so you can choose the tension of the crossbar if you want it to be tighter or looser. The way it came from the factory was fine for me. You know, I can absolutely work it back and forth and do what I need to do. So those are all of the good attributes. And when I started working with it, there were some amazing performance aspects right out of the gate. In all of human history, since the beginning of time, and those cave dudes, cave bros, were freaking, now that was really easy because of the extended blade, the grip points, dude. Okay. Would I pay an extra amount, 40 bucks, whatever this is, 42 bucks, I think is what I paid for this? Probably. Boom, boom. We recycle here at the GT compound by using our son's flat tire tubes for blade testing, for blade testing. Okay, now this is gonna, the WORKPROs could not get through this, but they had less blade length to work with. I'm very curious what this is gonna do. Oh, it's happening. Yep. Yep, dude, game over. It's a win. This is a freaking win for that reason. Dude, look at that. Okay. Let's do some water pipage. Shout out if you're a plumber. We need more of you. More electricians, more plumbers. So up to this point, I was thoroughly impressed, but then something went absolutely sideways. If that is even half true, that is amazing. Oh, okay. Okay. That's not amazing what just happened. Why did that happen? Why did that happen? So what could have caused the blade to pop out of its housing mid-cut, and how bad is it really? Well, okay, so I was struggling at first on what caused this to just pop out of its housing and was asking myself, how bad really is this? It's supposed to be, they said, like 60, 70 mile an hour winds later today. So I'm trying to get this all done right now on a different day. Okay, see? So if you do any sort of like, it's gonna come out. There it is, we figured it out. Okay, so lateral torque is going to make this tool-free mechanism release the blade from time to time, and it's going to be stuck in your material, or it's just going to pop out. I mean, this is a utility knife. I'm going to be bearing down on it. I can't do perfectly like, you know, like buzzsaw level cuts every single time, and that's kind of bad. I'm going to be honest, that's kind of bad, and it has to do with just the way that mechanism operates and the little housing tooth right there. If there was more metal back over here, it would probably be enough to keep it locked into place, but that little tiny tab and just the way that this little housing piece is currently, and maybe there's some redesign coming. I don't know what's up with that little orange piece. Is there something, you know, that they've updated and they've seen, you know, problems? Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I ordered this literally 3 weeks ago from when this video is going live. So bad, but not ugly. I mean, maybe you can kind of work around it, or, you know, you're just aware of it and you're just doing kind of draw cuts and every once in a while it pops out, not the end of the world. Okay, here's where it gets ugly. Again, I've only had it for less than a month. I EDC'd it for about a week. And in that time period, here's what has now happened. And you may have noticed I have not been whipping this back and forth for this exact reason. Bye, Veronica. This thing just launches itself now out on the regular. There is enough recoil when it goes back and hits the stop bar right there to shock itself out of the housing. And that is happening on the regular. And there's nothing bent, there's nothing warped. It's just a design, and it's causing itself to ricochet out. That's ugly, man. It's basically now a non-starter for me, this design. Look at that, boom, one shot. There it is, it's out of the housing. That was the first flick. Let's put it back in, let's see if that'll happen again. It doesn't seem to do it quite as quickly if you hold it in certain locations, but if I just hold it like this, let's do it again. Look at that. Boom. Bye. That is terrible. That's ugly. So I have 3 alternatives, and they're all significantly cheaper than this as well. I paid $42 for this model, which is definitely on the peak end. I mean, if there was no issue with the blade, I would probably say yes, and that is their blade. It's not like my problem, my blade, or something like that. That is the blade they sent to me, and it's doing that. That's what comes in the package. So yeah, 42 bucks. I mean, I'm not paying more than $50 for a replaceable bladed tool anytime soon, unless it's some sort of like custom American-made titanium craziness. So here are the alternatives. The most inexpensive, blammo. The G10 version of the WORKPRO. We've seen these. Toolless. Never had one pop out on me. Push button lock. Now they have G10 handle scales on one side. Brings up the ergonomics about by 25%. Still pretty fidget friendly. And you can get now, they're starting to come down in price. A 3-pack, I want to say, is like 15, 16 bucks, or you can buy an individual for around 10 to 12. So there you go. That's the model that I would suggest if you're on a budget. If you like the crossbar idea, then I would absolutely look at the OKNIFEs. No tool required. They use a spin wheel. I don't think I've ever lost a blade on this, and maybe it happened one time. It was just because I didn't torque down the screw long enough. But that's going to have a crossbar as well. It is not ambi, but you do get a deep ride pocket clip. And that one with my Cardo is like, I don't know, under 30, and then you can go for 35. You can go for a little bit bigger, and that will have a flathead and a Phillips head driver. I don't really care for this one. I just don't really see the need for it. I prefer the little guy, but if that's something that you dig, that's less than 40, and I haven't had any issues with that one. And then if you just want to go full bore, you are probably thinking I'm going to say the Milwaukee Fastback, but I am not. It is the DEWALT. The DEWALT push button model is my preferred. It's more ergonomic, has a bigger handle, tip down. It's like one of the only ones that's like tip down, loop over, wired pocket clip. It's so good. I can choke up on it. I can grip back and have full grip. Like 15 bucks, I think is what I paid for this. Very, very good, and no tools required as well. Those would be my 3 alternatives to the current UTI Bear to toolless version. Leave a comment below. Are you experiencing these same problems or not? Always appreciate your guys' feedback, your suggestions. It was literally your guys' recommendation that I bought that, and maybe you guys haven't been using your tool enough, or I got a bad one, but for me and my mileage, it's a no-go. And leave comments if in months or years from now they update and fix that issue and you want to see me revisit it, I may do so. But in the meantime, check out the other videos, subscribe, and always remember to stay equipped, stay prepared, and I'll see you out there.